1,292 days of New Holland. Fear and greed sitting at 29, which is fear, and Bitcoin is currently trading at the 56.8k. We're still trading below the 58k support zone and obviously below the 200 EMA. We're not having a lot of support there in the current range that we're trading. It's kind of a free fall, to be honest. On the daily time frame, we're also trading below the 200 EMA, not a lot of support there, trading below the 60k, below the middle of the channel, and coming closer and closer to the bottom of the falling channel on a daily time frame, which is not that great. On the weekly time frame, we made a new low on the current candle compared to the previous two actually, and I'm pretty sure previous three, yeah, we made a new low compared to the previous three weekly candles, so that's pretty bad when it comes to the weekly time frame. Weekly MACD is in the red zone, nothing significant happening there, no bullish sign happening there. On the monthly time frame, still looking, when it comes to the candle, still looking pretty neutralish, nothing special is happening. Not making new lows, which is pretty good. Monthly time frame is not making new lows on the current candle, so that's great. But again, we got plenty of time to make a new low or make a new high, so we'll see how that would go. We got like approximately 25 days left till the close of the current September candle, which is usually on average the worst month for the Bitcoin, which is historically, if you're gonna compare it all of the cycles. On a monthly time frame, weekly monthly MACD, I mean, is looking pretty bearish, giving us some bearish signal sentiment there. Yeah, not that great, to be honest. But if you're gonna look at the previous cycle, September was also pretty bearish on MACD, and then we made immediately a new all-time high. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe we're gonna have the same outcome in the current cycle, but we'll see. Again, we got 5 days left till the debate between the Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. We'll see what's gonna be the result of that, how the Bitcoin will react, and crypto in general. Ethereum is correlating with the Bitcoin, also having some dump there. Ethereum Bitcoin pair is pretty much trading at the bottom of the falling wedge. Nothing special happening there. Obviously, BTC dominance is trading at the highs, at the 3-year high, currently sitting at 57.5%. Again, trying to have a confirmation of a breakout on a 57.5%, but again, currently no success there. Maybe in the next couple of days we may see that. Ethereum dominance is obviously trading at the bottom because of the BTC dominance pressure. So Ethereum dominance sitting at 14.7%, sitting at 2-year low. And obviously stable coins are slightly pumping because of the recent dump on a Bitcoin. S&P, having some pullbacks after the recent V-shaped recovery there. Gold having some small pump. Again, it's aiming for the next try of a new all-time high. We'll see how that would go. It's approximately $50 left to make a new all-time high on the gold. But yeah, still no success there, but coming closer, trading at a range of all-time highs. So that's pretty much all TA for today. Obviously hoping for a recovery on the Bitcoin, to have a bounce, and at least to have a at least positive 1% green month for the Bitcoin this current September, which is usually the worst month. So it's pretty much all TA for today. Let's move to the news. First news are coming from Crypto Potato. Spot Bitcoin ETFs extend negative streak. Ethereum ETFs back in red. I mean, it's pretty obvious that ETFs are also gonna be in a negative because of the current, dump we're having, and in general pretty negative sentiment is in the recent days coming towards the Bitcoin. Also in the news, Kamala Harris is using Coinbase to accept crypto campaign donations. News coming from Fortune. which is pretty positive. Again, we don't have solid stance on Bitcoin from Kamala Harris, but we'll see. Maybe in a 5 days during the debate she will say something, or it's gonna be at least mentioned there. We'll see how that would go. Also on the news, Morgan Stanley reports holding 2.1% of its Counterpoint global fund in Bitcoin to the BlackRock ETF. So they're using, so you can see whales are using ETFs for accumulating Bitcoin, which is pretty great. Again, now they got more instruments to use to accumulate Bitcoin. Also pretty positive, I would say pretty bullish news for the Bitcoin coming from Japan. Japan to drop the maximum tax rate on Bitcoin from 55 to 20%. Again, if you're a resident, if you're a Japanese citizen, I guess, or a resident, or you got some business involved with the Bitcoin, stuff like that, this is really great. This is a great thing to hear from Japan when it comes to the Bitcoin and crypto. It also involves crypto like Ethereum and I guess stable coins. So that's pretty great. The drop from 55 to 20% taxes. So yeah, that's great to hear. Also in the news, Cantor, which is the chairman of Cantor Fitzgerald, oh, what a name, the chairman, says Bitcoin will be regulated by the SFTC and will treat it as a financial asset. That's, we don't need a lot of regulations for a Bitcoin, but it's just the thing you hear. And nowadays, again, you hear some positive, some negative, some neutralish news nowadays, especially when we're dumping. You can imagine we're gonna hear some non-positive news. Again, we don't need a lot of regulations for the Bitcoins per decentralized system. We don't need that. Also 13 billion, which is Cantor Fitzgerald, oh boy, says big banks and brokerage companies will all go headfirst into Bitcoin. Again, finally some positive words from Cantor. What a name. Also in the news, the largest Swiss canton bank now offers Bitcoin to 1.5 customers. Again, really positive news from Swiss. We'll love to see them. At least some positive sentiment for the Bitcoin, considering that how low we're trading compared to the whole month. Yeah, and again, especially on other time frames like a weekly and monthly. Monthly is pretty much the most concerning right now when it comes to the indicators, especially MACD. Candles are pretty neutralish there, but we'll see how that will go. Again, we got plenty of time to have correct data there on a monthly close on the current one. So yeah, it's pretty much all TA news for today. Obviously hoping for a recovery to go back to the 58k support, which is now is a resistance, sadly. 200 EMA, which is roughly sitting at 59.5k, then 60k, then obviously the top of the falling channel, roughly 69k, and yeah, all-time high, but approximately we may see that in the next month, because again, historically right now is the worst month when it comes to the returns. Usually it's -1. So yeah, to the moon, to the moon.